an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yo. I hear double audio. That might be better. I heard double audio, but I don't know about the rest of you. What's up? Happy Tuesday. Managed to make it through Monday. Tuesday was a little bit busy. A lot of stuff going on. Gonna work on some mogrts here. I was gonna talk about something else. Now I forgot. Damn it. That's what getting old's about. No doubled for moi. Great. Oh! John, since you're here. And the only one. Oh, all right. Let's do this. Let's kick it off right. I am Grimskull, the pixel pushing, super awesome pixel pushing samurai for David Foster. Myself, Redacted, Overland Geeks. Some call me the graphic sensei. I'm just a dude who, uses a computer to create pretty things. I push pixels around, basically. Welcome to the show, where I attempt to impart some knowledge on folks. I'm not always successful, but that's okay. That's all part of the fun. My hat always looks like it's off center. So we set up the vMix call the other day. And I don't know if you saw, let's see. I kind of prettied up the screen a bit. So I've got this nice screen now that I can control with the title through a spreadsheet if I want, or go into the title and change it as needed. Now, John, if you're listening, if you're there, do I have to pull the input in every time for the call? Obviously, something I would have to set up ahead of time each time. Sorry. All right, so John said if you keep the same password, you don't have to update. Don't have to use the same all the time. Got it. So when I go into let's change some music. I don't want some rock today. Let's do some synth wave. Yeah, here we go. All right, so and why don't we just do a thing. All right, hold on just a second. Okay. So I right click, open call manager, and all of this. I guess I got to go change the password now. As long as I send them this information. Yeah, I'll have to redo that one, huh? IR smart. We'll fix it in post. You know what I'm saying, though. So as long as I keep that same information in that screen, I'm good to go. The mix call. Let's change that. Change. All right. Yeah, we'll grab a new input later. All right, cool, groovy. The expert has spoken. Thank you, John, once again. And be sure to catch John, who produces the show, Ringside Report Network, over on YouTube. Let's just jump into the mogrt stuff that I had been working on. The school year is almost over, or is over. I got one kid finishing college. I got another who's finishing high school. We'll go off to college next year. Can't wait to be a half empty nester. And maybe the second semester will be a full empty nester, because my kid may be going on, abroad for part of that year. So that'll be cool. So I'd been working on a few mogrts. Let me find the for placement one. And that goes by really fast, I think. Yeah. Right there. It's a longer one. I'm kind of setting up a comp so that I can see the beginning animation and the end animation without waiting a whole minute. And obviously, let's see, it animates in good. But I gotta go in and fix the end animation on this one. John, did you just sneak into my vMix call? John, did you just sneak into my vMix call? I was like, what is that noise? I was like, what is that noise? And then I look over and I see this face.
That's me.
And then I look over and I see this face.
That's me.
Oops. And then I look over and I see this face.
That's me.
I'm getting double audio on it. And then I look over and I see this face.
That's me.
Check, check.
It's me.
Let's fix a few things.
And then I look over and see this face. That's me.
Ouch. Is that from me or from you? Testing, testing. I can hear you.
You hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good, but I don't hear you.
Okay.
I don't do sign language.
You may hear that, but then
now
I have double audio.
We fixed that last time with Alex. Oh well, go back to your mogrts. Just wanted to show you the problem of putting your password on the screen.
Yeah. I was like, what is that noise? And then I'm like, there's a face. There's a face.
Yeah, I'm not wearing my Grim Skull shirt. That was yesterday. It's
Oh,
too hot
damn.
today. Yeah.
Should have done this yesterday. All right.
Okay,
Well,
bye.
Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
To put a face with the name. So sneak in anytime.
No, I won't do that. Bye.
Right. Doo-doo. But of course, that was not. Maybe I need to change my A. Let me see. Nope. I was hoping it would have somewhere, it would have like the earphones, but it doesn't on A. I'll close that, but maybe if I go to my, nope, my mic is turned off there. I guess if I turn off chat, all right. If I turn off chat, am I double? Okay. Yeah. Am I double audio? Give me a one in chat. Okay, I'm double audio here. How about now? Am I double audio now? Okay. Now the problem is I don't have, John's not in chat, so I can't test if I can hear him or the caller. Because I've got this routed right through a bus, which goes to my Wavelength software. No. I know, and I'm trying to think of how that worked. That's okay. I'll figure it. Once David gets done with all his stuff, I might sit down and do a rig rundown with that. I have a mixer. I've got one. I was going to try Dante again at some point, but that's just getting audio from one computer to the other. Alex came on the show over the weekend and just talked me into setting up vMix call, and so we did that. And so but then I made the mistake of showing my vMix call setup or screen that had the password to get into it, and John stealthily snuck in to show me that I should never show that screen on stream because people can call in. So that's what happened. What's up, guys? What's up, Rob? What's up, Scott? Good to see ya. Yes, we will go back to doing some mogrts. Yeah. I mean, that was the whole reason I got the dang Elgato mic. I guess I could keep it. It was for the routing software. I mean, the mic's still good. So it's a USB mic. It should work with anything. Right? 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 Uh-huh. Yeah, KMR should be able to help me with that when he's not too busy. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I still have waiting in the wings because they updated the virtual sound card to Windows 11, but not VIA. At least that I'm aware of. I guess I can go ahead and get the sound card. And that's the thing. I got to reread everything because I got to figure out which computer is my sound card going to go on and which computer does VIA go on. I think the sound card goes on my stream PC. Nate, something like that. Virtual sound card, right? We got the virtual sound card. Already did the 14-day free trial. It says Dante Virtual Sound Card is ready for the latest generation of computers operating systems with support for both Windows 11 and Mac OS 12. But does that mean that VIA because I can get the combo pack for $70 when I get Dante VIA and Dante Virtual Sound Card. I have a 2 PC setup, right? So I want to get audio from one computer into my streaming PC. Right now I do it with a hardware mixer. That introduces a bit of that interference every time. So that's the one thing. And so the virtual sound card is kind of like, it's like voice meter, basically voice meter banana. Basically that's what it is, you know, but it's this Dante is the like pro level networking audio. And you've got the sound card, you've got VIA, which is kind of a routing software. And so I think VIA is supposed to goes on my second PC, the Germalion. That then lets me route the audio to the stream PC, which then, you know, anyway, yeah, I'll wait for Kevin. I'll have to sit through a bunch of tutorials for it. But let's go back to the mogrts. I suppose I'm not too familiar with loopback. Mac only. I think Dante is Mac also. All right. So, as I'm trying to do, I'm trying to move. I want to move all these, keyframes and endpoints closer to the end of my animation here, so there's not a big pause. But that goes by way fast. Still really fast. That's better. Much better. But let's move our text keyframes be about there. We want it to kind of all close around the same time. We might even take these keyframes and stretch them out a bit to give them some breathing room. But there's still a bit of a pause. I mean, I want it right as soon as it right there, right there is where it moves. About right there. Let's see what happens. All right, that's good. What is up, Jason? Just lurking. Yeah, it is, man. All right, that kind of comes out a bit, maybe. Oh, no. Well, if that's a long title, man, that is just gonna. So let's go to the beginning of it. It's a long title that is gonna come out way before. So I don't want it really to start coming out till about halfway. Plus I got it uneven. And I might even want to do it to where like one line comes out, and then the bottom line comes out like that. I like that better. But because I moved it like that, now I got to go back to the end and realign my other keyframes, which is not a big deal. I like that. And then there's a one line that we have. Or I call it a one line, but it's more of an info box. The text box is a little bit longer. We have a social box. Which I need to go in here and do some work on. So we'll do that. Basically, the comes out. So let's fix the end plate of this. Obviously, there's a bunch of stuff that is not set up. So let's go to the end. And I mean, nothing is oops. I want to take that all the way to the end. Let's take this all the way and that all the way to the end. Now, where does my box animation? All right, I'm going to kind of use my U key to show all my current keyframes. And they're like, I mean, they're several seconds away from the end. So let's grab those and just move those down. And that's the end. I need my call to action also, and I just kind of want to maybe match that with the domain name. So I'm going to select that layer, hit my keyframe, add the keyframe there. Let's go ahead and ease that F9, and then slide down to that other keyframe of the domain name. I believe. How did that come in, right? How did I bring that in? Did I have it slide up? Yeah, slide up. So we're just gonna go the opposite direction. We're just slide back down. Now, where is... There we go. We want to move the bar to the very last. The bar is the last thing that kind of along with the bug rotating out. So the bug rotates out. Right as my text disappears, I want that top shape there to also kind of disappear. So I put a keyframe. I definitely want it to kind of disappear in there before the main bar wipes out. Man, I'm stoked. It ain't much, but my video from yesterday has 16 views. Feels like progress. I lurked the other day. I didn't say anything. I came in and I guess I did the eyes thing when you were talking about the Twitch libs of TikTok. I was hanging out. I was hanging out there. Yep. You were on a roll, so. Boom. All right. So as all of that is disappearing, maybe we move. Actually, what I did before, I have the lower third bar, I added some different kind of animation to. So let me grab that. And then I'm going to go here, delete that one. Yes, delete. Yes. And then I'm going to paste that one. Let's put it, drag it down back into place. There we go. That's as far out as I want that to go. Okay, so that top bar and text needs to both disappear about there. And I think that's what that yeah. Uh-oh. Needs some cache previews. I like that. But one thing the issue we've got right now is that in fact, let's just go to the beginning. Our two our like and bell social. Now, right now, I've got these two things kind of connected to this bar, and I need to go in here and make sure that this is alpha. Okay, it's alpha, so it's disappearing. So when it comes out, but I think I need to pull back in the position. The property is controlled by an expression. Blah blah. Change it. All right. Well, anchor point. That's what I want. I want my anchor point. I'm gonna pull my anchor point. I'm hoping to get a boost this summer. Nice. All right, but we need to parent. We need to parent these to that bar. So now when I move that bar, my bell and like will follow it. All right. Need to, that comes out. That's all wonky. Start that about there, and our text. Let's just ease that. So we don't want that bar showing till when it's supposed to. So there we go. We need to move our bell and our like down a bit. We don't want either one of those kind of popping up till right at the end. Yeah, when that kind of... And I think we're going to go ahead and kind of scoot them over a bit. There we go. Should it? I mean, we could do that. It's not hard to do. And then we just have to switch places. Oops. I mean, you're 95.9% right. All right, so we need let's see, our social media word needs to not be on screen till we need it. Also, and let's move our move that down just a bit. Let's also trim that. Now let's go back and check the end and make sure like we didn't sliding things around, you know, there may have caused things to kind of all right. So the bell and the light, they kind of are not disappearing fast enough. So we just need to trim those a bit. And that should, we may want to make sure that they go opposite though, the bell first, right? So let's just switch those around a bit. Maybe even make that a bit shorter. Oops. Let's see how that works. Keep hitting home. But they do it way before time, right? So let's kind of want to do it when the words, right? When the words start disappearing. So let's we'll lengthen that about there, and then that there, and then we're going to drag these out points kind of down. Let's try that. A little bit more. All right. That may have gotten it. All right. One of the things I want to do is let's that looks. There's the jump in there is because it's not really set up to be that short. See you, John. Thanks for popping in. So we got so far 3 lower thirds. Those are looking good. We have one more that we're working on, which is the info panel. What's up, Spatcha? So that does a little thing where it pops up. Pops down. Oh, I think in the info panel, I had put that in there for placement. So let's get rid of that. Once again, let's make sure that all of my animation is at the end. I'm going to drag that all the way to the end. And then I'm going to drag this little out, a transition out there. It seems to happen really quickly, so let's go to the end. Make sure I'm at the end. Okay. All right, I like that. All right. About there, then it starts disappearing. So let's select all our layers, hit our U key, see where our keyframes are for our text. And let's move that down some. We may even need to just move it out a bit so that it gives it some breathing room. What we want, a lot of times what I want is you know, as soon as that movement hits there, you know, that last bit comes out, I want the panel to start closing. So if we, let's see. Let's just move that down a little bit and see what happens. There we go. I think we're there. I think we are. Yep. And that's what I want. That's what I want for that panel. I want to go back to my for placement, and we can go and basically trim that to there and then move that. We want it to come in and then go out. And this is just for display purposes. The next thing I'll do is kind of figure out the duration, settings for them. But significantly better. Good. Yo. How's it going? We're in the middle of Mogurt construction still. So far, I've got a couple of about 3 lower thirds, a little info panel, I'm going to double check. Let's look at my info panel real quick. Okay. Info panel. This is going to be the DFM info text panel. Thank you, sir. Now, in this info panel, which does not seem to like shrink all the way like it's supposed to. All right. Boom. All right, there we go. Walk. End. All right. Comes up, my text comes out. It's I've got a title text. I think this needs to be centered just a bit more. There we go. That way, you know, we can put a 2-line title if we need a room for text. So what we got to do here is we got our animation and our background. We want to pull in our text source for the title. Do you utilize drop zones in case you want to drop in new graphic? What one or more layers was not supported of immediate replacement because they are something. Okay. I'm not doing. Oh, here we go. Yes. I'm I'm going to make a copy of this one and then create a for placement graphic that will then support the replacing of an image. Like if say it's like a product, you know, or the picture of somebody. Yes. This does that. Okay. Title, text. I think with this title text, we will let's do a color. And we're going to change that color to white for now. We will do line spacing. Oh, it's not supported. Oh, you son of a bitch. We might have to do it different then. We might have to. We might have to duplicate it. We will take our text. We will get rid of the first line. We're going to drag this down under it. Hide that one. And then I'm going to, first off, get rid of the key. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Get rid of the keyframes for that line. I'm going to move it down. Oh, that's not going to work. What? Well, nope. Oh, that's not going to work either. Dang it. Okay. It's a conundrum. Okay, so my top text comes in. We're good to go. What we could do is simply duplicate that shape layer, pull it down. All right. Let's just do a keyframe. Easy's this son of a gun. Do a little adjustment on the speed of those keyframes. So now all right. Let's see, we've got text line 1 or title. Let's say just title line. Oops. Title line 1. Title line 2. Grab that source. Let's change this title line 1 up here to make it consistent. 1. We're also going to add a color for that one, a fill color. drag it under there. Change it to back to white. And then we want our box text. We're going to get that source text. Let's name it info text. And then we'll drag that over. We'll also add a color just so we have some way to add some variation to it. Let's name that title or title line 1 color. Title line 2 color. Info text color. Now, I don't necessarily want that line 2 every time, possibly. So I can go in and I'm going to select all and then select the line 2 and then hit my T key for opacity. And then I'm going to drag that under the line 2 color. Because now I can go in and change the opacity so that only the line, the top line comes up. And if the top, if I only have the top line, I don't want that big space there. So I'll go to my info text. I'll hit the A key for the anchor point, and then I'm going to drag the anchor point down. That way, if I don't use the line 2, I can move that up a bit. I may need to to move my box up. I have the a shape layer, which is the mask for the info text. So let's just move that up a bit, and then, well, we don't want to move it all the way up because it will. There we go. Now that way I can go in to that anchor point, and let's just go to the anchor point over here. We're going to reset it. And then I can go in and move that anchor point so that the text is at the top, you know, but now I can sit here and move that, you know, text up or down wherever I want. And I'm going to turn that back on, go to my anchor point, reset it. There we go. And leave it. So that's just my straight info box. You know, no images or anything like that. It's just, you know, for just plain text. And I want to group some of these controls. So I'm going to group. I'm going to say info text control. I'm going to grab each of those and just drag them into that box and twirl it up. Then I'm going to have, I wish you could like select all of them, but you got to drag them. all those up there. That didn't go, did it? There we go. Drag the opacity back down to the bottom. And this is title, line 2 control. Let's call that title line 1 control. Move that up to the top and just put our stuff in there. So I got three sets of controls. What's up, Dr. Energy? Well, glad you stopped by to say hello. Hope everything's going well. Kind of feel like I did something wrong, and my text shifts a little bit. That's because I was not on the keyframe when I moved it. So I'm going to click on this keyframe and just kind of drag it right on top of the other one. And that should take care of it. So now it doesn't shift. So now we should be good to go. New keyboard sounds, yeah, well, yeah, I mean, it is a clicky keyboard. It's not as clicky as the one I got the other day. But it's it's more clickier than I'd like it to be, but it just seems all the good keyboards these days are kind of clicky. I had bought a Logitech MX, which is not clicky at all, right? It is not clicky at all, yet it's wireless, and trying to use wireless on these PCs with but I tried to buy the not so click. I bought like the Black Widow, and that sucker was like you could hear it like down the street. This one you could at least hear just in the other room. That's about it. Someday I'll find the right keyboard, but the Blackwood, this is the Huntsman, the Razer Huntsman. The Black Widow I had bought first was just terrible. It was just, but using the KVM software, well, and again, it did not sound as clicky when I was at the store. I tested it. You were able to test it, and it did not sound as clicky. So, you live and you learn. Just wish they'd come up with that thing that I can plug into my neck and my thoughts just happen. We're still waiting on that. There's a Logitech keyboard I want to get to use with the VR headset. It tracks. It tracks in VR your headset. It shows the keyboard in your headset because, man, that's a kind of like when you have your VR headset, you can see what's in there, but not at your actual desk. But there's a keyboard I want to get that is tracks within it. It shows up in the virtual world and it's tracked. And I started messing with Elite Dangerous. I downloaded Elite Dangerous on Steam, and it's a space combat sim. And I've got the hands-on throttle and stick control, but I also need a keyboard because what I have does not have as many buttons as I need on it. And there's this whole convoluted process of getting these things to work with it for the Quest. It seems like the HTC Vive works flawlessly with it, but I have some third-party software to try to be able to get these things to work natively with it. And I figured out that if I want to do PC VR gaming, I've got to use virtual desktop, because there's just the straight Airlink or Link cable there's a lot of lag going on. I don't know why. So anyway, that's my short adventure in the VR today. I've started working on messing around with the VR chat worlds, like creating a room, and then I want to create an avatar, and then just sooner or later I want us 50-year-olds to take over VR chat. That's what I want to do. Anyway. Hope everybody's having a good evening, or you had a good Monday. So let's go back to what we were doing here real quick. Seriously though, on the VR chat thing, because it's fascinating. My late wife and myself have always been interested in VR. Before it, I can just be going crazy right now with all the VR shit that's come out, and how consumer, how the consumer grade it's become, to where it's actually within reach, but we would go to they had these place in Chicago where you can go play Battletech, and in these big VR pods. And I remember going to these places where they had these VR things where it was huge thing, and it had suspension cables or whatever that get on your head, right? And now it's like right before the pandemic, right? There were some VR places popping up here in Evansville, because the headsets had come down in price, and people were buying them and then setting up VR shops. But then COVID happened, and then boom, they were gone. But I think because of that has driven like the development, for the headsets and everything into high gear, because no one can get out. No one was getting out. So what can you do? Let's bring it to them. Let's bring the world to people through VR. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. I just can't believe, it's taken me this long to get into it, really. Yes. And that's what, basically there was a shop in town that, it's a big room, and they had not even like rooms, right? It was just curtained off areas, and they had the lighthouse versions, you had the tracker. They would set up the trackers. You have a PC, and you'd sit there and play a VR game, and you could bring your friends because they were all networked, so you could play networked VR games that way. So let's save. I'm going to save this. All right. So I've got the control set up for here. For that one. All right. We're good to go. I'm going to go to my social. And animate's off. Okay, let's go check the animate's in. Good. Now we have our social icon. Now this is kind of cool because you can, if you get this font awesome, install it on your computer. You can go and find out what the glyph is for like YouTube. We put this little YouTube in there. So this is the social. This is the social lower third. And I've got it so we can, oh, what happened to my my size? I did something that what did I do? What did I do? Maybe we will get rid of the property then. Let's get rid of that property. Let's go back into the... All right, there it is. All right, it's back where it needs to be. So well, let me drag the scale. It should. No, property is keyframe. So let's try this. I did learn a kind of a new technique today. So I'm going to right click, new shape layer. I'm going to take this shape layer, that little registration mark. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to move it down. Control Alt Home. I'm going to center that registration mark for that. Then I'm going to look, see how close we are there. I'm just going to kind of start eyeballing that down. I'm then going to parent that font awesome to that shape layer, and I'm just going to call that FA size control. And then I'm going to hit my S key and pull scale over there. And now I should be able to scale this up and down as needed without affecting the scale keyframes. Of the actual icon. Cool. Groovy. Good. All right, let's move that down so we can go in and grab from Font Awesome icons. Let's say we want to do Facebook. Which is Facebook, right? You can click on copy glyph, and then I'm going to go back to After Effects, and up here it doesn't show it, but you know, I'm going to paste and see that changed. That changed that to Facebook. Now, obviously, it's off center. So, with that font awesome, I'm going to shift P for position, and then I'm going to, well, actually, what we'll do is we will do let's do anchor point. Anchor point is better. I'm going to pull that anchor point attribute over. And we'll just call that position correction. And now with that anchor point, I can just pull that over. And I can still change the size. Yeah. So that's how I control. Now we could probably go in. Maybe we want to change the color of the icon too. So let's twirl down to text, right? Let's add an animator, and we're going to add the color. And then I'm going to drag that. And then we're going to just call it icon color. I'm going to change it back to white. But, you know, if we wanted to change it to, you know, a different color, we can do that. But we're going to go back to like white. All right, I'm going to go back and change that to YouTube. Copy that glyph. Enter. Oops. Boom, now it's YouTube. And then we just need to adjust that back. All right. Boom. All right, so our icon control is good. Text control. We need to, you know, make it a little bit larger. We can, you know, 32, 64, 48. Maybe 38, maybe 40, you know. And if we need to, you know, position the text a little bit better, we can. We can change the text color. Icon control for our bell and all that stuff. Because say, you know, say we did Facebook, but and we don't want the bell. I can just take the bell and move it, you know, underneath. I swear to God, I can do that. Boom. Now, if it says Facebook, then, you know, I could say, you know, I could say in the social media call to action, say, you know, like our Facebook page, you know, and you can put Facebook / whatever, and then the like thumbs up comes up, you know, follow or like or whatever. But if it's a YouTube, then I can bring out the bell if I want to, right? And the beautiful thing about it is that, you know, those will move. You know, if my domain name is like, you know, a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, I can lengthen that bar to accommodate that long ass domain name. Or maybe I just want it longer so that I can make that text bigger, right? Say we want to do 52. Boom. There you go. I need a haircut. I don't want the position. I want just the anchor point. L third bar length. I think I got everything that I want in the social media bar. So let's move on to a different one. I think let's check our 2-line lower third. And basically a 2-line lower third is pretty simple. It's just the top and bottom line. With, you know, the text, changeable text, and the color. Oh, we do need to throw the anchor point, right, for that in here. Again, it's the L third length. Yeah, that way if we want it to be only that long, because the person's name's not that long. You know, Joe Cool is not very long, so. But if it's a name like Kevin Michael Reed, you know, we want to be able to fit that son of a that name, you know, out there. You know, you'll need the whole bar for Kevin Michael Reed for sure. For sure. All right, that looks good. Let's save. Let's go. Let's double. I think the last one we want to check is our 1 line, which that's deceiving. It's not really the 1 line, right? It's kind of a lower third info, but it's kind of like the info box. It's where the line is horizontal. It's more horizontal without a title. But we can go in and increase our or decrease our text. We can you know, let's say we only put 1 line in there. We can adjust it so it's more centered in the box. You know, if it's, you know, if we have to adjust the size, we want to be able to shift that a bit. Bar length adjustment, lower third bar length. Let's just change that, say that, because that's how we said it before, right? L third bar length. And of course, we've got the color in there, so. Okay. Let's set some poster times here. Let's see. All right. Hit save. Let's go to our info panel. There we go. Let's look at our social. Save. Our 2-line. Hit save. All right. I am now going to, well, let's start with the, start from the top. Our info panel. I'm going to, everything's saved. Well, let's save it one more time. And I'm going to export motion graphics template. Actually, what I want to do, let me go back in. And make sure I don't have any of those video clips. Okay, we're going to say cancel. Okay. In our bar, our lower third, nothing. Okay, good. Info panel. Yeah, see, I've got that video clip is in there. I'm going to delete that out of there. Let me make sure there's nothing within that scroll. We're good there. I'm pretty sure that was probably the only one. Go to the bar, because they all use the same bar animation. All right, I think we're good. All right, that's back to my central graphics. Okay. Warn me if this motion graphic template uses fonts that are not available from Adobe Fonts. Sure, we're going to leave all those the same. I'm going to keep it on local drive. I'm going to browse. I've got a folder already ready to go in assets, mogrts. You can see I already have one in there. I'm going to say, this was DFM info text. I'm going to save it. Hit OK. The following fonts were not synced from Adobe. That's because I had said warn me. So that's okay. Because again, most of the time when you're going to have somebody create these for you, you're going to have a specific font that you want to use, and your editor, you want to supply that to the editor anyway so that he can put it on his computer to use in Premiere. Info panel, then we're going to go to social. I'm going to hit save, export. And because I don't want it to be warned every time now, I'm going to, take that. Warn me if After Effects needs to be installed in order to customize this motion. No, warn me if there are text controls that cannot be edited with the Premiere. Okay, I'll leave those. And we're going to go to the same place. Okay. Back to the motion graphics. We're going to go to our 1-line. Save. We're going to export. That's the only thing I don't like. One of the things I don't like about this, you got to sit here and export it for each one. Yes! can't tell you why I'm saying yes, but oh no, never mind. Not yes. Fuck me. Never mind. This mogurt stuff is a whole new world and language. Yeah. Yeah, mogrts are just a whole ball game. It's ever evolving, but it's a great tool, you know, especially if you don't want to have to learn, you know, After Effects to create things, and you can have somebody create them for you. All right, so we got all that kind of damn ant. I have to get the exterminator in here. We got all those exported, so I'm gonna close After Effects for now. We'll open up Premiere real quick, and I'll pull them in, and we'll kind of, you know, we'll test them. Hopefully they work for the most part. They should, but you know, and then I'll end the stream after that. Oops. Open. I was working on in Bone Factory. Mac Studio. Well, so this is a that was the mogurt I did the other day to test. Let's get rid of that. All right, so we're gonna go to our Essentials graphics panel in Premiere. Let's go to my screen so you can see. I'm going to enlarge the screen down in the bottom window down there so that is the Essential Graphics panel. Right now I've got it set to my templates, libraries, local templates folder, all. I don't really care. About all those recent. All right, so the most recent ones are at the top. All right, I am going to go down to the bottom corner down here and hit the plus, and then I'm going to navigate to my assets folder, mogrts, where I saved them. I'm missing one, but that's okay. And it will only let me do it one at a time. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we'll try it. We'll see what happens. Maybe I can drag him in. Bone Factory is what I want. There it is. PFM. Assets. Mogrts. 2, 3. And then I'm dropping them on my Essential Graphics panel. And boom, it did it. If you select them all and drag them in, it puts them up. So I'm going to do a thing where I duplicate this clip. Well, actually, we're just going to extend it out a bunch. All right. I don't see. Yeah. Wonder where that saved to. I'm going to drag my one line lower third in, and you'll see it go red. So there it is. Now it's on screen. So boom. Works flawlessly. Yada, yada, yada. All right. So that works. That animates in. Nice. All right. So I can then, on my Essential Graphics panel, go up to Edit with it selected. And you see down in that bottom panel, you'll now see there's the text control and the bar length that I had put in as controls, right? I don't want to show text in panel. Close panel. All right. So I can twirl down my text control. I can then go in and we're going to say, David talks about the Mac Studio. And now it's changed. See, it changed in the Mogurt. And it's retained everything, animation, everything. The bar is way too long, right? So I've got my control, my bar length control that I can go into the X and just drag it to the length there. And it's a bit off center. So I can take my text position control in the Y and scrub that to about right there. Now, if I then, go back to the start, boom. Now, I can go here and put a transition on it. At the moment, let's see, slide, center split push. Let's try the slide, see how that looks. It probably won't look as good as my other animation. Yeah. Kind of slides off. That's okay. It's not bad. But the point being that usually he'll have the visualizer there. So I just need to go into this and we want it to slide the other way, right? We want it to reverse. Well, that slides off the screen. I don't want it to slide off the screen. The other way, it kind of disappeared, right? It kind of wiped off. I like that way better when it wiped off like that. Anyway, let's pull in our social media. I'm just going to trim it here real quick. There we go. All right. So when we edit that, we'll select it, edit it, and we can go to the icon control. Like I said before, we go to maybe we don't like that YouTube one. Let's try what's another one? Twitter, right? Select that. I'm gonna grab that glyph. I can then basically go up to the font awesome there and paste. It's going to look the same, but once we click off it, then there's the Twitter logo. We can then kind of do a bit of a recentering. right? Just gonna drag this down a little bit. You know, and it's Twitter, so I don't want my bell or my thumbs up to show, so I'm just going to slide those underneath that bar. Okay, let's change our text. I'm going to say twitter.com/David Foster. David Foster. And I forgot to grab the other text. Didn't I? So I'll need to go fix that later. But once again, we can then, you know, take that bar control, and we probably only want to go about to there, you know, to you know, keep it from showing that side of the bar. So I don't know if you can notice it, but the border colors kind of rotate. And I added that instead of just a static kind of border look. All right, let's go. We're going to go to our info panel. Last but not least, pull that down. Let's just trim it for now. And one of the problems with this, with using these boxes is, you know, I'm trying to get David to take into account, you know, when he's going to be talking about things, not always stand like right center in the center, you know, kind of plan these out in your head to think, hey, I want to give some room for an info box, because a lot of times it's a pain in the butt. I don't like using like a full slab on there. I like the look of the boxes myself, but I'll probably end up creating something that'll work so that, you know, in that event I can basically, you know, cut, you know, cut the video, and before the box animates in, we'll just kind of do a position shift. You know, it's just finding a way to cover up that empty hole. There we go. I mean, I could just kind of double up that background and just kind of do this kind of a blurred effect so that you can't tell that, you know, it's a repeating background. But anyway, you know, that's creating mogrts and then pulling them into Premiere. And again, we can go into this one and, you know, change our text. The Mac Studio. Worth it? I need to go because I didn't fix the text in there before, so I'll have to go back in and fix that little thing. That's why I love, you test them, you find where you might need to adjust it. But yeah, like I said, we can go in and fix the up and down. Can you use these in live streams with vMix or OBS? Or are they only for editing video? Mogrts, I'm trying to think somewhere where I read, saw somebody that was using kind of After Effects in kind of a live setup, but I don't remember where that was. But I don't think these are mainly to hand off to a video editor who's using Premiere. And they're not necessarily meant to be used in a live environment. But you have that same kind of setup both in OBS and vMix with the GD title designer, and with there's plugins and stuff where you can go in and create ways to create a graphics look and feel, and then have an editor or the producer or somebody be able to change the text and stuff without changing the overall design structure. I think I'll look at that though. I'll kind of try to see if I can't remember where I saw that, or somebody was talking about using that in a live environment. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's 10:14. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm gonna do that. Go grab my dinner and eat it, and maybe go to bed because I'm tired. It's been a long day. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you got something out of this. If you have, and you feel like you want to kind of support the channel, feel free to head to buymeasushi.com. It's not required. I don't really have any subscriptions or anything set up. I'm not at that level yet, but this is just a way to show your support for my content, and helps me do what I do. You can also go buy some stuff. I need to work on some new designs really to get up there besides just my logo. All the stuff I say, like, always be saving. Maybe I'll do a squirrel shirt. That would kind of be funny, I think. Right? Get head to my website. I need to update it, but it's there. Go laugh at it if you want. It's funny. And if you want to keep up with what I'm doing, all right, see ya. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing, when I'm going live, and or if I have to postpone, be sure to follow me on Twitter. It's relatively safe. I'm not going to complain about Elon on there, so. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with me, and I will catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow's a work stream, so I'm going to work on some other stuff starting at 9 to about 2, just in time to catch Redacted, and then I'll be back, Thursday evening. So catch me then. Until then, everybody have a good night, and I will see you later. Peace.